Boom, there we go. Now you can intro.
Oh, hi. I'm Ethan, a character, and I made Spider-Man by myself. That's not true.
Wow.
That's not true. Harsh intro, I know.
I'm on the sidelines. I'll be right there.
Yeah, hold on. I have to actually close my door, so just distract the audience for like 2 minutes.
You have to slam it really loudly. You gotta make sure that they know. I'm trying to like full screen it. I think this will be fine. I'll just like, I don't know. Unless I just show the Discord call and then it just like sees us at the bottom, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, that works. Yep. I'm back.
Yep.
In case you're wondering. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Does it work?
Yep. Wait a minute,
Okay.
play it real quick and make sure I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, slide. So, how do we start? Are you editing it?
Yeah, I'm editing it. I'll edit it
Okay,
no matter
cool.
how long.
And then you'll send it to me and then I can upload it?
Yeah, and then I'll just have me saying something at the beginning of mine, and then you can just have yours the way how you want it. I'll make sure I'll show you it beforehand. That way you can yell at me.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so how do we start it?
Okay, well, describe. This is your version. This is your scene.
Right.
Yeah. So describe what made
okay.
you. Yeah.
So this is my version of the scene here. I did this literally like the day before we talked to Dan about like releasing it. I was doing it as we were talking to him. Not at the moment, but yeah. And so I basically just like replaced the set with this map that I made. I didn't make it. I stole it from Minecraft, but so it's just a different camera angle with different lighting and different effects pretty much, and I wanted to do that to have like more variety and stuff. So that's kind of the same. It's just kind of the same thing. It's the same exact animation from this other scene, which we can open up real quick.
And also, like, secret, this was the first time Ethan let me do the first part of the animation. I succeeded.
True. That is true. Yeah, this is the first scene that was animated for Spider-App. No, this is the first scene that I animated for Spider-App.
No, Illumio did this. No,
I didn't even animate. I did the lighting for this one.
No,
I'm getting them all. Yeah.
I laid it out. Illumio animated the very start of it after I laid it out. And then, yeah, so I'll describe, there was a reference when the camera changes, so right there, that's the reference to, Zombie Rap, when they were sitting there watching the TV, so I tried to have that almost same angle. Almost.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I remember trying to tell you, you're like, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, let's just put the zombie rap on the TV. You're like, nah, that's dumb.
No, I did put the zombie rap on your version. I put the Enderman rap on my version because,
Enderman?
I like Enderman rap, yeah. Yeah, and this set right here is actually the exact copy of the set from Now Open, because I am lazy. So you can see like this.
We're not lazy. We're using our big brains to reuse assets. That's
what he calls it. It's lazy. But anyway, so we have this shot here, and then this shot was fun because this is like when I had like all of my energy for Spider-App. So then I was like going through and like adding all the tiny hairs.
Yeah,
and then I like made all the details.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. This part, I think it was either you or Lumio that did like after the TV scene where it shows like where my evil senses get the tingling.
I didn't animate that part.
Okay, it was probably a Lumio then. I remember.
Yeah, I didn't do that, but I did make this hallway, and I did make the lighting, and I did add all these little cute particle effects and stuff, and then I did the spider hair. I didn't think anyone was gonna like the spider hair, but apparently it turned out to be a very controversial opinion. Like, there's some people who like it, and some people who don't like it.
People who don't like it just close their eyes. Like, it's not that hard.
Close your eyes. Yeah, but that is that. I'll just play through it because I have to send a text really quick, so that's my excuse.
I am a spider. Hi, how are you? 4 pairs of walking boots, I'm a Nancy Sinatra. Sitting peacefully, content with mingling until the evening when my evil senses.
Oh, it's just cut off.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I will. Me and Ethan will be posting a cut of all the unused scenes that were made and the references that were also in the video. So I'll send that to you after as well.
Oh, Sly. Okay, I'm happy with that. If I don't have to do any work.
Yeah.
I'm down. If you're gonna send me stuff to upload, I'm fine with that. Okay, next scene. Yeah, right. Next scene. Set 2. This is the first one that I did by myself.
Oh yeah. Okay. I remember we all went into Minecraft to build this, and wait a minute. No, wait. Is this the right one? Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. This is. We all went into Minecraft to build this. Ethan built this whole house by himself. I tried helping.
Yeah.
He told me to get away.
Yeah.
I built a TV room that we didn't even use.
No, I used it for reference. If I reference, I mean I copied it over from now hiring. But I don't know where this house is. Where did the house go?
Why is everything there but the house? Like, the house is just... Everything that's under that house is gone.
Where did the house go? Where did I don't know where it went. Well, pretend that there's a nice house here.
Yeah.
Wait. Why does the lighting look awful?
I think you scared the scene. I think you scared it.
I broke it. I broke the scene somehow.
Okay, but
nice.
we can at least talk about the
not
secret in this scene, like the little Easter egg, the Enderman on the side.
Oh yeah. So there's a little secret at the side of this scene here. Enderman. The Enderman comes out and it's like,
If you didn't
"Hi."
notice it, you should rewatch on all versions. It's 100% different, I swear.
It's 100% different on every version. I'm not trying to gaslight you into giving me more watch time. Anyway, so I would have more to talk about with that scene, but for some reason, literally, Blender is being belligerent and it's not. Oh, it's frozen right now.
It's trying to load it up. I mean,
Yeah,
you could just load up the video and then we could just talk about it. I mean, pretend the video's there. I'll put the video over this and just pretend it's there.
Oh, okay,
right
we
now.
can do that. Wait,
Yeah.
I can actually maybe click on the spider. The spider's gone from the scene too.
Yeah, well, the spider was on the house, so everything in that section of the house is just
I
gone.
don't know where it went.
The
I can open up the preview and see the scenes really quick. Here we go. So this scene right here. Here it is. This is it. So all of this is done in Eevee. And this is all just one set, and then there was only one scene here. And then it tilts, and the sky is just a giant sphere with a fancy effect on it, and then the night comes up, and then the fog pops into view, and then these fireflies here were geometry nodes, actually. That was
Something
my first time ever
Mojang
doing.
can't do.
Lazy Mojang. I was able to do it. And then you can notice this. You notice the spider like is very subtly animated, and it like appears, and then it's playtime. That's my first time animating the spider, so hopefully it looks awful.
Yeah.
Okay, the next scene. Do you have anything to say about that one?
Oh, I really just like how it was introduced again, and then it's playtime. Oh no, that was just.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Okay, so this was a scene I animated that you fixed up.
Yeah, I did fix this one up. So it's like the pretty, and I took the forest out of. Oh, look at this too. This one's also missing the house.
The fog's there though.
The fog is there though, but this one is like ooh, pretty lighting with like the trees and stuff, and the trees are actually real. I usually don't do that, but. Then we got the spider. So this scene was literally not animated. It was kind of animated. It was Knockers did the animation for it, right? Then it was not ready at all to be released, and I finished it like.
Yeah, I think you did you changed this section up the last 20 frames, or you put right here when the spider.
Yeah. I did change all this, and I did this like literally 20 minutes before I was supposed to get the trailer to Dan. So that's fun. But it was one of the last scenes made. And then there's also a second version of that, which I did literally the day before Spider Rap came out. So that's exciting. This alternate version where he's looking out the window. And this one's kind of funny because there's no scenery. You can see the reflections of like the trees and stuff in the background. But all it is it's literally I'm gaslighting the viewer once again, which is something that I enjoy doing. But all it is it's literally just a rendered image of the outside. No, it's a screenshot. It's not even rendered. and then I just took it and I just projected it on top of this, of the glass, and then it worked out really well. And then I kind of animated a little bit to match, and then that's the same thing. And it's just this little short shot. Like, just like that. So then the next scene was the Lenny, the knight. This scene was fun. This scene took me like a few days.
Okay, this scene, well, we had two different ideas about this. I was thinking of him just like walking down, like it looked kind of like a more comic book type thing. And he would walk down and he just starts crying because like he sees that his knights died to the spider. But then that popped up with the dots in the background when I told you about, like, oh, let's have a comic book effect. So that's how we got the dots and stuff for these scenes. And
then Knockers made the lovely layout, I think, for that scene. Or you had the idea.
Yeah,
and then
I had the idea.
Yeah,
I had the idea. I didn't do it for this scene because you were like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I was like, okay, I'll explain it to you.
Yeah. So then this one is a cool scene. There is, I think, like 10,000 monster heads down here, and they're all simulated. I spent like an hour doing that.
Wait, you put them all there individually? I did.
No. I had physics do it. They're all 3D modeled. Like they all have their own materials and stuff. It looks pretty good. And we have the Brave Knight on the podium. And this is actually a fun fact. This hair right here is stolen completely from my Undertale video. Because once again, I'm lazy. So
you should also go check out that Undertale video. You know,
look, see, she's right here. She's just right here. She's very offended that her hair was stolen, but
she's just looking off in the distance. Oh my god.
Oh, we also have the Wither skeleton here.
Wither skeleton? Right? What?
Yeah, maybe.
What?
It's over here. It's just sitting there. It's impaled by this plane. But anyway, so then the spider's just like chilling up there, and then the poles come out, and then he lands on them. And then he goes, bam! And then he hits the pole. And this effect is so cool. It looks so cool with the trees. Boom. And that's just fancy shaders. And then he falls into the grave.
Did we have that say something else before that, or that was always like that?
I think that was always how it was.
Okay.
And then it goes down, and then it transitions into the second scene I've ever animated for Spider Rap. And I remember I did this one, and I took like so long on it. Let's see. Here we go. Frame one.
The Venge reference.
Venge reference, yes. Buy Venge. It's $2 on Steam. Just like that, and then he ducks down. So some fun things about this scene. This code right here. People in the comments have thought that it was like a secret code. It's literally just the code to my website. We got like the HTML, eCharacterStore.net, my attempt at putting ads on it, everything. It's all there.
Yeah, and this was animated before the night scene. Because I remember on this scene I was like, oh yeah, the comic book effect, that would be cool here. And then you're like, what's the comic book effect?
Yeah, so that's where Knockers came up with the dots idea of having all the dots, and that kind of became a reoccurring thing, these dots here.
Yeah, it kind of showed just show that, hey, this is not real.
Not real, exactly. And the way that I did that is it's just a dot texture projected onto a sphere. And then for all of the cartoony scenes, I didn't show you in the last one because I am trying to deceive you. But there's actually multiple different scenes in this single file. So we have this one and we have this one. And if you notice, this is a bendy set. Because again, I'm lazy. So it's a bendy set that's painted with this white, gross fog. And then when I render it out, it takes a few seconds. What it does is it renders it transparent, it renders that, and then it overlays it on top of it. And I did that because I wanted complete control over the background. What is going on down there?
And also, for anybody who's new, you could go check out me and Ethan's Bendy series. Yes, we collabed more than once.
We have collabed more than once. I know, right? It's crazy. So look, here's the background, and then it goes to the compositor. And let me show you what it looks like to the compositor. It kind of just like... where do I find it? It looks like this, and then I like added a bunch of crazy effects to it, and you can't see it. Hold on. And it just looks like this. The background just... Oh my gosh, I'm literally not even doing it right. The background just looks like this in the background. There we go. It just
There
looks
we
like
go.
this.
Yeah.
It just gets washed out, and it's kind of a cool effect. But it ended up being pretty good. But I never did this again because it was too much work. So that's that scene, and then the spider rig that you see here.
Yeah,
The spider that like opened its mouth. It was very jerry rigged.
Yeah, so right here, I think up until it goes into the poison, this rig was made by Lumio but altered by you.
Yeah, I did alter it, and I
Yeah,
improved it a tiny bit.
Yep, and then
But
it's a
this is-
whole new rig in general
Then I
when
got
it
a
goes to the poison. Yeah.
Yeah, so because this was the same rig every time, I had to do the mouth controls, the eyes, and the hair individually every single frame. It was awful. So that's why I made a new spider rig. So then we get to the scenes of like the climbing scene here, this scene right here, which I did not like the lighting. I thought I would change it, but I never did. So laziness. But just like that, and you can see I just like replayed the audio too, because then it does the blow transition stuff, and I did that with Blender itself. And this room is so fake. It's great.
But nobody can tell. Nobody will ever know.
Nobody can tell. Yeah, exactly. That's like a theme with Spider Rap. Is everything is so fake. It matches my personality.
See,
very
I
well.
think the viewers got poisoned. See, that's what happened. It was the viewers,
what
not
happened.
me.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he keeps saying. Okay, so then we have this scene. This one is fun. And then this one's bad, you know? Fun stuff. Again, very fake.
I didn't know his head came off here. Wait, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, his head just like, and then it just like climbs back on. And then I actually animated the face of the spider because then there's another shot with the camera angle like right here. Which was kind of fun. It was fun to have two cameras in one scene. But it was enjoyable. Do you like how he has no legs?
Yeah, you know, that it marks my personality. No legs.
It does mark your personality, yeah. You're fake. You have no legs and I'm fake. That's how it works.
Hell, no legs and fake.
We have a
That's
good
what it was.
dynamic. So then we have this scene right here. Whenever it loads. There we go. It's just another scene. I thought the spider would be super subtle right here whenever it runs by. Just like that. I thought this would be super subtle, but it wasn't. So then I was like, whatever, it's fine. So the spider runs by, and he's like, ooh, spooky. And he doesn't have legs either. Oh, he does. Never mind. Just edit that out.
The Lord's been
That's that
uncovered.
scene. Nothing too crazy with that scene. Just like the whole montage thing here. Then we get into this scene. This scene was so hard to do. I struggled for like a solid like 2 hours on it.
I remember that you said you were going back on it because the lip sync wasn't right. I think if you guys watch the trailer again, like you'll see it. But
The lip sync was bad. But I fixed it. So this scene originally was just gonna be like the player opening a chest, and then the chest would then a potion would drop out from the chest and land on the spider, but then I couldn't communicate it, so then the spider just ran into this poison thing here. And it's so laggy because there's so much smoke. I simulated the smoke in real time. It was a pain. It's crazy. Surprisingly, it takes like 2 seconds to render though. It's just the viewport struggles with it. And then just a lot of crazy stuff happens. It's just the spider like being quirky. Like if I go to object mode, you can see how quirky it is. It just does quirky things, and then it goes. This jaw thing was also fake too. But then we get into the first scene with the new rig. So, this one right here. When I animated this scene, I was so tired of Spider Up, and I hated Spider. And I didn't like it, and it was awful. So this scene is extremely lazy.
I remember that we were confused about what to do here. So here it took. This was like almost one of the last things that we were doing. We asked Dan what to do here. We were thinking about probably having him like go through like a book, because each one of those things that he's saying is a type of spider. I think that's what we were talking about. But
The book was a cool idea, but yeah. But I like that idea actually. We should do that again. No, so I was just exhausted, and so I made this stupid scene stupidly lazy. And it actually worked out pretty well. But this is the new spider wave. You can tell it like has like it's a lot newer and it has like a lot better features and like
I know a lot
it actually has the jaw built in, so that's nice.
I think somebody said those were like horns on the spider or something when I was watching reaction videos. I think
Oh, this?
Yeah, I think that's what some people were saying.
Yeah, I
like,
don't even know what they
horns. I'm like, nah, they're not horns.
I like them though. I think they're cool. But do you like my fake hemisphere? It's not even aligned the right way.
It's aligned enough. Nobody knew.
Like I'm using the remesh modifier too. I used to get bullied for using the remesh modifier. Anyway, it got dark.
It was just like, oh, well, okay.
So then it transitions into actually, this is my favorite scene. No, it's not. I lied. This one's cool. Do you have any thoughts about this scene, Knockers?
So this is when he's falling.
A self-propelling hairy hand with 8 fingers wrapped around a pair of
That camera work is pretty cool. And then we go like to here.
Wait a moment, I must finish up a few things. Wrap up a customer, pick up a couple loose screws.
I love the transition, like right on this when the camera zooms out with it.
The camera does a good transition right there. And this one is just like a giant hallway, and then it lands, and then it goes from a giant hallway to a giant cave that I built from scratch. I didn't import this, so it took forever. But then there's just like a point like down here that glows green because green is like the main color we used for the creative scenes. And then it glows green, and then it changes based on which version it's in. But this one was pretty fun. It's a pretty detailed map. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about it?
I just personally just love it in general. Just the transition on it, like right here, like right where it goes through. I think is after this it talks about the poison. Am I right? Am I following the song right? It's like
no, there's quite a bit more.
Oh, okay.
So then we get to this scene. This scene is the cool one. This scene, is this one.
Arcading and root swings, changed up, I got 2 things. I could use a few limbs and just be like, oof, green.
So this is the one where it tears apart his limbs. This one was fun to make.
Arcading and root swings, changed up, I got 2 things. I could use a few limbs and just be like, oof, green.
There we go. Look at that. It's kind of cool. I like this little. I made these little dangly thingies, and they actually are attached to the spider legs themselves. And they just kind of spin around. And that's kind of that scene.
And then after this, it was the dentist. The dentist, I had another idea for, but I didn't lay it out. I just talked to you about it. It was just having having him just in like a dentist chair, like with either you there or one of the animators that worked on that scene for that, like as like the doctor, then it's just being the patient.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did not know about that. But honestly, that scene kind of matches. And then the scene, notice how he doesn't have all of his legs. Kind of fun, kind of nice. But this scene is also one of those that's kind of quirky. It has a background. And this is what the background looks like when it loads. Just like that. Pretty simple. I probably stole that from Google. I probably don't have the rights to that picture.
Google doesn't know. We never did that.
And then they didn't find the dude on Tonatu music. So then this part right here, where he goes like dude on Tonatu music, that was tricky because in the next scene, I had to perfectly match that movement so that I could transition properly, and that's what I did. So it works out perfectly.
Did his legs slowly start fading back in, or is it already?
Yeah. So in this rig has all of its legs, and then it jumps into the run, just like that. And then you can. One thing about this rig that's super fun is the teeth are the same, and if you notice, let me go over there. If you notice, the teeth go. They go behind the mouth, and then when the mouth closes, then they turn into single pixel teeth. Just like that, and then you run, and then there's the scene that Knockers animated, right?
Yeah, so I animate. This was the first scene that was ever animated. This was before Ethan started, because Ethan was like, I don't believe that you're working. Yeah, so this was one that was done. Everybody touched this scene pretty much because this was the only scene that we had, and then I wanted to make sure that was perfect. So, what I wanted it to feel like when I was doing it, I wanted it to feel like, oh, like you're actually in a game. Like when you're like this, and when you're sitting there getting surrounded by it, I wanted it to be more of a cinematic feeling than just like, oh darn, he just fell. Spiders, woo.
Yeah, and you did a good job with that. Like, these eyes are just planes, but they look really, really good.
Yeah, I think you said that you added the bodies for him. Or
No, I never did. I was going to, but then I realized I'm lazy.
It's fine. Nobody notices. Nobody lights up the video. Who does that?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a trend with me. I'm lazy to a point where I go out of my way to be lazy. It's great. And I did animate this part though. This part was never a part.
Yeah, this part was animated by you because we were like, oh, at first we were gonna I said have like the water rush down like from
the night crying.
Yeah, the night crying. Yeah, so they just have run and then it was a minecart instead. So.
Yeah, these are actually fun fact. This is actually geometry nodes right here. So if I like made this bigger, it would scatter them more. That's how I did all the rock debris in the video, was just with geometry nodes. But so then we go into the next scene, and this is another scene we didn't know what to do with. But then over a call, I came up with the idea of having the player get killed by the minecart.
Yeah, we were in a call with all the animators, I think, for this pretty much. What we talked about.
Yeah. And so then we did the minecart idea. And then the minecart, and then this is a cool transition right here. The camera ducks down underneath the rails, and then the world disappears. And I
didn't even know you had that in the scene.
We're just not going to talk about that.
You needed motivation. Is that
I needed motivation, so I just had to have that picture. Sorry if that's viewer discretion and vibes right there.
Tell them as they see it.
Yeah. I mean, now you can put Jeffree Star in the tags, so maybe your video would be better.
See, it all makes sense.
Yeah. So then the camera goes underneath the minecart, and then we get to the next scene. I don't remember making this scene because I was over Spider App, so, but I did it. So then this one is just like a fancy. Oh my gosh, go away, compositor. This one was just like a fancy movement one, and I just reused the same sort of map here. It's just only like a few. This is all of the minecart area, but I reused it. And so then you can see I perfectly timed it. Is he under the minecart? Oh my gosh.
Oh, you put him under there?
Oh my. He's very scared underneath. I think he's literally underneath it with the minecart.
This man's seeing everything.
He is. Also, fun fact: this is the exact set that we were just in. The one minecart that I passed that like.
Your mic cut out so much. Can you repeat?
No.
Okay.
I'll just mute your screen share. There we go. That works.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? There's two of me here? What? When did this happen? Stop sharing.
Okay, there we go. Ready?
Okay. Now I'm paying attention. Now you have to kind of repeat what you said because I had to reset the recording.
So, all right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, I'm recording again.
Okay. So this particular hub right here, I reused multiple times. So this is the one you see it right here at this part with the turn, and then this again with the spider, and you'll notice there's no turn anymore here, and that's because the set literally changes. So this turn here, just like you go through it, and then it just changes, and you're literally in this set, right? You're in this room as it changes, and so then the spider walks out, and then the player runs by again, and then you start way right here, and then you go down the tunnel. And then you go up the tunnel, and then this room was so lazily made. It's just remeshed on a subdivided surface. But it worked, so I'm not complaining. And then it does the twisty thing, which takes you to the next creative scene, with the transitions. This is the one that Knocker's actually laid out, and I really like the layout of it. I was going to do it, but I forgot, and I was super lazy. Yeah. I didn't want to have to make a bunch of new assets, so... So we got this one, And he's a giant's head on legs. Most people didn't realize that.
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's just because of the perspective. It's a little wonky, but it's like that. And then he goes back to normal.
I think that's why. I think because he goes back to normal. Like,
yeah. And then he runs up the steps. And he actually is not at the table right here. It's forced perspective. He's just right there. And I'm lazy, so this is just the same thing I reused from my Among Us video. Just retextured it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people really like showing how the Venom was made.
Yes, I love it too.
They were like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yes, I'm really glad you guys like it. So then he reaches out and grabs the poison and just like pulls it off to the side here. And then what I do is, because this is like a giant glowing green liquid and it's very bright, then into the next scene, I show, where was the next scene? Right here. So then in the next scene, I did not animate this one. No, I did. Did I? I don't know. No, I did.
Wait, did?
Yeah,
okay,
I did.
never mind. I'm getting yours confused with Jack.
Yeah, this is the one then this one has a green vial, and then it just transitions perfectly, and he drinks it, and then he dumps it on the floor, which it does not get discarded. You can see it right there. It's very, very, very subtle right there. And then there's this part, I was gonna add like a cool transition here, but I forgot. And so then in editing, I just had it wiped to black. And then he goes up like this, and you runs up, and he bites. Are you good?
Yep, there we go. Now I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay,
there you go.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready. I hit record again.
Okay. So this scene right here is the first like disturbing thing, and this is how it was gonna be, but I ended up not going with it. So we got these like super fleshy tunnels, and they looked. I was just like messing around, and I liked how they looked, and they looked very like gross. So then I matched this up perfectly with the eyeball, which I think I still have the. I do. Look at this. Ready? So I matched it up. Where is it? Let me hold on. Sorry, you can like edit all this out when you do.
I remember you said like before this was going to be instead of showing his inner DNA, you were going to make this much more gory. I remember you was talking about like blood rivers or something.
I did want to do that. Yeah.
And then you're
but
like,
I ended up not doing it.
You're like, that's a little too much.
Yeah. So if this scene worked, if I could get the overlay to work. No, but this perfectly synced with his eye, and then the camera just goes inside of these little disc things here. And then I couldn't think of anything else, so I just left it blank. And these disc things are very interesting because like they look super small, but then they're like, once you cross their line, then they're a lot bigger than they look. And they have multiple layers to them and stuff, and it looks kind of cool. So then that one takes you to this next scene, which is kind of like, I think it's the most it's one of the most impressive shots of this one, in this video. And it's just because of the vast scale of it. So we have this thing here, which is like a giant, like, it's supposed to be like under the human skin. And these are like the nerve endings. And so then it flies through. And then the skin right here up top gets like broken through by the spider. And it looks like this. And he like rips through the skin.
I think Crisis called that out. He was like, "Oh, now we're going on a microscopic level."
Yeah. And you can see like the venom start to spread around as like the skin gets like ripped around, and then it backs up. And for some reason the branches look different, but then the camera was originally supposed to go upwards above the skin, and you'd see some more stuff. But I didn't like how that looked. So then I whip it around, and then Jack animated this next scene, and we ended up reusing it for a different part.
Yeah, so
this one right here.
Yeah, so this was... Yeah, I was called out again.
No, you're good, you're good. What were we gonna say?
No, I said this was yeah, this got moved. This was the ending of one of his scenes. Well, I'll put it. It's like the cut version of what other scenes
What it was
are there.
supposed to look like.
Yeah, so I'll do that. So that way, they can go check that out.
So that it works. For some reason, the skin isn't loading.
Ah, it's fine. He's
Oh, well.
possessed.
It's possessed, yeah. It's just a white ghost. There we go. So it's just a bunch of like super strange scenes like that in front of some really, really impressive fog. Like that. And the fog looks super cool. And yeah, so then it's just like, ooh, spooky.
Yeah, but if you look at this, the other angle that we had this was a reference to the song "Enemy" by Imagine Dragons that they did for Arcane. So that what the reference was. I was trying.
Yeah, so it's a good reference. It's a good reference. It's very sneaky. So then we got this scene right here, which let me turn on the lighting. Which is just a spider head in front of this pretty cool area. It looks like almost like an airport thing, but it's just a bunch of spikes like in front of some fog, and that's it. Then you go inside, and then we get to this crazy shot. This crazy shot took like a full day to do, but this is the spider shot. This one right here has like a crap ton of spiders, and they're all individually animated. Not completely, but they're like they all have different animations. It's like that.
Okay, all went super fuzzy, but I'll just edit the thing out. There we go. It's fine.
Oh, okay. So then the camera goes through the spider's legs, and it just kind of reveals the vast scale of it. And it's just like a crap ton of spiders. I don't even know how many there are, but it's over 1,000. Because like just in like this little group right here is like 100, I think. I don't even know. But there's like green spiders, gray spiders, blue spiders. There's all sorts of spiders. Some baby spiders. You got baby spiders, big spiders. Lots of spiders. And it looks really cool, like with the lighting and stuff. This scene is super cool. But then we get to the dinner scene, which the dinner scene has a secret that no one probably realized. And I didn't realize it had it. Or
I didn't realize it either. That's how good it was.
No, it's just that there's the camera work is super cool in this scene. But let's see.
Yeah, so right here, I remember talking to you about this scene.
You can see the spider legs. See the spider legs. And it's just a giant table, and kind of cool. It looks kind of fun. And you can see his cheeks are like super puffed out, and it's like, oh, why is that? And that's because he has the spider in his mouth, and it's like reflecting this disturbing scene. It's kind of cool. And then we got the spider. His eyes are pointed backwards because I didn't want my eyes to shine through the fog.
Oh.
Very lazy. But
and then the next scene was Jax again.
This was one of the first scenes done.
Yeah. So Jack did.
And you can see it.
Yeah. So this is the one that got moved around when we were saying it, but this is the other half of the reference from the Arcane thing. For these Imagine scenes, when I was talking to Ethan about it, it was about if you look at Spider-Man Far From Home, when he was going against Mysterio, I kind of wanted it to be more like those kind of scenes where it's more of a just illusion based type things. So that's how I wanted those.
Yeah, it looking good. His cheeks popped out, and this is the same scene where he crashed from the spider, and the spider's gone. And then he slowly starts to turn green.
Count down from 10 and
then the spider does it.
Yeah.
And you can see the remnants of the right here. This is how it was originally supposed to be.
Yep.
fade away.
Just like that.
If you look down inside the description or at the end of the video, me and Ethan will have another video ready showing like the full scene of this, so that way you can see it. That way it'll be better.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so then what's next? So then the next scene is he spits it out. Hold on, I have to try to find it. We skipped step 19 for some reason, but we have step 20. This one. So then this is the first scene that shows like him dying, right here. And you can see the minecart, so we're in the same area. It's a little bit different though. And then it's just. And then he like leaves behind this like goo. That's kind of cool.
This animation does get dark pretty fast. It does. I'm
It does
happy that Dan was okay with it because I know some stuff was kind
Yeah. It could have been. It would have been much worse though. We did tone it down. I did tone it down a little bit. And then we got this scene, which was made after or before. This was made after the skeleton parts were done. And it's just him being dragged through.
I think we felt like being lazy for this one. I remember you were like, "Oh darn, I don't feel like animating." I was like, "What if he's getting pulled by the webs?" And you're like, "That's a great idea."
I do remember that. And Lockers laid out the scene, and then I just like fixed up the animation and made it. I made the set and stuff. And the reason this block is gold right over here is simply because in this shot you couldn't tell that this was a block that this was in the way. So I made it gold so that you could tell like he stopped at it and he got hit by it. And then this transitions into the skeleton shot,
yeah. And
which is where the skeletons come in.
Yep. And the skeleton rig is not the original rig. It's made by Peyton K Official. I'll put his name up on the screen right now so you can see it. But make sure that you go check him out. He has the rig for his free to use as long as you credit him. So I'll put that down too. Just make sure that you do credit him if you do use the rig. We'll see.
Yes. And then this takes place in the skeleton layer that I built. And then it pops up like this. And all this was in the real world, but then what we did is I made an alternate version that takes place in the cartoon world. And then I just flipped between it. So
and
then
also Jack animated this scene. I don't think I said that, but Jack
Yeah.
did this scene with the spider. I mean not spider, the skeleton.
Yeah. And then it's just a few different scenes here. They're kind of boring, so I won't show them. But unless you want me to.
I mean, you can skip it or whatever you do. It doesn't
I guess
matter.
I'll show you. So then we got. I'll just run through these. So then we got like. Oh.
Oh well, he's on his back.
I don't know what that's about. Anyway. And then he like this shot looks so cool. It's just like a spotlight right here. I just put a spotlight back behind them, just like so. And then it's like maximize the SEO.
Oh my god, I love that like scene right there when I laid it out when they like clinked the cups. I don't know, I just felt like that was like so. Oh, you put the.
It's the vent cups. I just stole them from the other scene because I'm lazy. And then we have and then this part I animated this part. This part was not a part of the original thing. He throws the body on the ground and it looks very strange, and that's because I just wanted to cut into the shot where he's laying on the floor, which is like to cut back into the road, and he's in the skeleton's layer right here.
So wherever we go, so
And then it jumps inside, and then this shot right here was so problematic because it does not match the story, and that's just because it was animated way too early. We did not have the story figured out yet, so originally this human was supposed to be alive. This was animated by Illumio, and Illumio did a good job, but it did not. Yeah.
We also had another scene before this that we cut because
We did cut it. That
yeah,
scene.
that makes sense. But this
It
one
did not make any sense.
this one was going. I had 3 layouts for this, but we chose this one because it was it was just fine. But the other one was going to be where he plays the it would be the skeleton or the spider kind of play like the xylophone, like how they did in Enderman Rap, to kind of have another direct reference to that. But then I was like,
That would have been cool. But okay, so then we got this scene. This scene was a pain to render. I don't even want to talk about it. And then we got let's see, set 24. Here we go. This one is one of my favorite scenes.
yeah. So Comic did this one. This was the,
Comic did do this one.
Yeah, so Comic and Zenth joined later in the animation, but they did amazing for what they were given in like a short amount of time, so that was great.
Yeah, this one turned out really well. Oh, it doesn't even go the whole way.
Oh yeah, because I rendered the other half.
Yeah, true. So then this one right here, there's a ton going on. I copied and pasted a ton of all the skeletons and stuff and made the map. and it looks pretty good. And you can see there's a part of the skeleton layer too. And so then we get into the disturbing scenes. That's what we called them. These are just I don't remember when I did these, but I did them. Here we go. So there's a few of them. We got the first one, which is not too bad. It's just the skeletons removing the guy's head, or just his brain. Just like that. And this is the same brain that I used on the spider in that one scene because I'm lazy. So,
yeah, I
wait for
remember
it to load.
talking to you also about the scene that you put as like yours. I was like, I don't think Dan will want that, and you're like, nah, it's fine.
I added that scene without Dan knowing. Dan found out when I uploaded the video. He didn't react or anything, but then we got the conveyor belt, which this conveyor belt was taken directly from the first animation of 2022, because I'm lazy. And then the brain goes on a conveyor belt, and then we have this scene, which is the spider, like, touching the human.
The way you describe it.
That's kind of all it is. He's just touching the human. And then the human gets raised. And then like last minute I added this one right here, because I think this one looks cool, and I added it to my version, where the spider is pulling out the organs. It looks so cool.
I just realized he's eating it. I thought he was just pulling it towards. No, is he eating it?
Oh, he is eating it, but it looks like that. Yeah, he's just pulling it out, and this was done with a cloth effect and some rigid bodies. And it just like pulls it out, and it's kind of cool. I like this scene a lot. I think it looks super cool. And then those are those ones, and then we get into the different endings. So, which ending should we do first?
Whatever one you have up right now, because
I do Dan's ending first.
Okay.
Dan's ending was the first one finished.
Okay, I remember laying this out for Illumio, because Illumio animated this. This was a reference to Spider-Man Far From Home again, but when Iron Man came out the grave for Spider-Man Far From Home. Sorry if you haven't seen it. That's your problem. But but still, but in that I wanted to have like a kind of a reference to that, because we were kind of just trying to reference a few things in it. So I felt like that felt good.
Yeah. So then we got some of the animators on here. I don't know if all of them are on here. It looks like some of them are here twice. If they're not all on here, I'm so sorry. This again, completely lazy. This is the exact same set from my now open video, and you can tell that because it says "Song by Steel Wool Studios" in the background. Now open. I just literally copied and pasted it, and it's just like, you know, literally that gravestone, but it worked. And then we got the Illumio animated this one. This one was the first one finished, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. And then we got into Spider's set. Which one was it?
Was it 28?
Mine was the next one animated.
Yeah.
So this one is the crazy one, I think. So, we have this right here. This took forever to make, but he's inside of an ancient city, mining some redstone, as you do. As soon as the texture will load, or the material will load. And it looks really pretty in here. There's like a bunch of cool lighting effects. You can see over here. Oh, it's frozen. Hold on. There we go. You can see over here that the zombie guy is just like, he's hanging out. And then the mining, and you get scared, and then the zombie comes. And then the chase. And then he runs onto the bridge. Boom, and then the sculpt goes off. So, and then we got like the portal frame thing here, which I kind of tried to replicate. And then that's that scene. And he kind of just runs off into this like floating gray box, which looks like that.
And if it's not clear, cool, guys, Warden Rap is next.
Warden Rap is coming.
Just saying. I mean, it's next for us. I don't know what's next for Dan, but you know.
I think no, Warden Rap actually could be like really close. Because Dan.
Be. I mean, but we're not allowed to mention the next rap. I mean, you guys got to figure it out.
We're
not working on it.
But... I know something you don't know.
You're gonna flex on your subscribers.
I'm gonna flex on my subscribers. I mean, it's the That Eat channel. They don't love me.
They
so that's this channel. Or that's this ending. And then the skulk was completely. I said in the live stream that the skulk was completely fake. Like I just made it in the moment. It's not even that good. But So that's that ending, and I tried to make the ancient city like a little bit cooler, so I have this like blue coral here, and yeah, kind of fun. So then we have Knockers' ending, the final ending.
Yeah,
and I don't have all the files for this one.
That's fine. But this, okay, so this one was him waking up from the nightmare. That was supposed to be. But basically, we can go back to your last scene if you don't have the other one. But basically, for Ethan's, I was trying to show my characters looking at him through my character's point of view, trying to chase him, but I didn't want it to fully chase him because we wanted a good ending in some way, make it a dream. That's all what we want here. For I can be put back in other videos. All yay.
Yes. Because how else is Knockers supposed to be able to upload on his channel if he's dead?
I mean,
which I didn't. I protested not adding the dream part because like I didn't want him to be dead, but I lost unfortunately, and so I guess we're gonna get more Knockers uploads now.
Sucks.
I'm not mad about it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. No, I pushed Knockers to the dream idea because he came up with it originally, but I liked it.
Yeah, so this was gonna be different, but oh no, just.
But I forced him.
Yeah.
And then we got the ending, so that's that.
Yeah, I think that's it for everything. I'm not sure.
Well, there's still more. We could talk about the credits picture. Remember I made that?
And then, yeah, you made the 3D. I have it all in my version. I like.
Yeah, you're the only one who kept it because Dan was like, cut down the 30-second credits, and I was like, why? And then I fought him. I punched him. And then that didn't happen. I'm exaggerating, but no, he was like, it's bad. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm sorry. So then we cut it down, but Knockers was not involved in the conversation apparently, so he kept it.
I was there. I was just like, but I kind of want it though.
Yeah, he kept it alive, but it's actually a pretty cool little montage. I'll show you how I did it. What? Oh, what in the world? How do I? Where's the file?
Wait, you skipped to the. Oh wait, can you not just show it right there?
I don't know where it is. It's like here. Let me search. Credits normal. Is it credits screen? Here we go. So the credits here. So basically, it's just like a cute little slideshow. But if you notice, if you look closely, these pictures are in 3D, and it's very hard to tell. But like it looks super cool.
I mean, when you turn it like that, yeah, I would say the way how you turn it, it looks like.
Like look at these 3D effects going on here. And the way that I did this is how I actually do some bench loading screens. Is some of the meshes are just extruded like that, and so when looked from the proper angle, look at that. Like it actually looks like. Let me delete my camera here. Delete. There we go. It looks like it has like perspective, and like the spider here, it looks super cool. It's like, and it's super cool because it's like already rendered and stuff. But there's a fun little effect to do, and then this one is super cool because it like goes like woo, and it like has real. It's really like very strange, It looks very weird.
Let's see, doesn't it follow the camera? But I don't think it. Yeah, well.
No, it's just static mesh, but it looks super strange. And that's just the way that it's shaped. But I really enjoyed doing this, but then we cut it down. And then the last thing we could show you is the thumbnail. I don't have any of the files for anyone else's thumbnail, but I have mine. And
I don't have a file for my own thumbnail, so.
If that doesn't show how egotistical I am, I don't know what will. I'm just kidding, by the way. So we have this one, and he's on the giant little sticks, and then we got the fog, and then all the spiders in the background, and it looks pretty slay, pretty cool. There was one thing I want to show you though. I actually didn't show you in any of these other scenes, but if we go to where's the one he gets like ripped apart? This one right here. So I halfway through the video, I came up with this technique to do the background. So if you notice like the background of like this shot right here, let's like render this out really quick. The background of this frame looks like, it looks super like interesting and intricate, right? It has like these cool like streaks and stuff. And basically what I'm doing is I took a sphere and I projected like the first few scenes onto it, and then I rotated it. So it's like showing like the different parts of the animation. and that's just what it's doing. And then I just take that and I do some fun things with that in the compositor. But so then I use this throughout the video. Anytime there's a crater scene, I use this technique, and I might use this for Warden Map actually. I haven't figured out.
I want to give some animators a challenge. So Ethan, I want you to load up a totally random scene, whatever first one comes to your mind, and then whoever's animator that kind of wants to almost retry to create a scene, that's what that's your assignment, everyone. That's your assignment.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta do. If you don't do it, that E will sue you, and
yeah, I'll fight you. No, let's do this one. That's a challenging scene. Let's do it.
In the daytime, I'm a web designer. Then when the nighttime arrives, I get kinda wild.
Okay, you guys gotta try to recreate that.
Yes, and actually in my main server, there's a contest going on for free nitro. You just have to make some sort of a picture or video. Actually, it has to be a picture, but it could be a GIF. For my what's it called? My server's profile picture, and if you win, you get free nitro. So honestly, pretty
sounds
cool.
like you should be joining Ethan's server. My server is
exactly.
dead, so don't join mine. Don't
join his. Join my discord.gg/EKRcoaster.
It will be in the link down in the description, and then I'll put mines down there too if you guys want to. But it's dead, so don't. So
don't join it. It's not worth it. Yeah, but that's that. So, I think that's all the video. I don't know what else to say.
Yep, and yep, that's all. Well, we can talk about the other ending, but you know, okay. So for my ending when we had Examination in it, Examination wasn't always like the original thing because there's a lot of stuff that happened that we won't talk about, but still. We were going to try to get Element Animation and Examination to kind of both speak in that part because we wanted like a villager news. We kind of wanted them like interacting, and the reason why I wanted them to do it, I kind of wanted to feel like they were passing down the torch, you know, of like animation, because since they're not fully done, but they're kind of like moved away a little bit from working with Dan Bull often. So I was like, that would be great. Perfect, but you know, we didn't end up getting Element Animation, but you know, still,
because we're definitely doing more mob rocks. We have one planned, but
yeah. But I think that's it for the video. And do you have anything else to add?
I don't. Subscribe.